Welcome back to part 6 of my Europa playthrough of Stationeers. So, last time we put a very long pipe through the ceiling and started trying to sort out some of the air supply, particularly for the greenhouse. We've obviously got some water coming in. Now, one of the things that I was a bit bothered by last time was this pipe here that's coming in is going to be a mix of oxygen and nitrogen, but not in exactly great proportions. So if I can find what I did with where's my tablet? It's probably on here. There it is. Have a look at that. We have got some CO2 coming in, but 75% oxygen, 1% nitrogen. Now I know we haven't got much nitrogen at the moment, but I would quite like a way to be able to separate that out. And the obvious thing we could do, and there's CO2 in that part as well, the obvious thing we could do is we could just add another one of these atmospherics filtration devices, but they use 355 watts to run, so there's quite a bit of power, and I know that power is a bit of a constant struggle until we get things established on Europa. So I've been doing a little bit of experimentation offline with the phase change mechanics to see whether or not there's a way that I can do it with less power, and I have a solution that will only require 100 watts of power. So I think I'm going to attempt to implement that. It has got some constraints, but basically what we're going to try and do is use the ambient nighttime temperature to freeze out the nitrogen to a liquid, and separate that into a separate tank. And I know there's some CO2 in here at the moment, but actually when the system is running properly, and I will need to make sure that this is the case or we'll break it, that actually there should be no CO2 in there. It should just be oxygen and nitrogen, because the CO2 should freeze out as an ice and come through there. So that is something I'm going to try to implement this time. And also last time we obviously started the chute network to deliver CO2 into the greenhouse. I'm going to try and get that finished. We mostly need enough chutes obviously to get along here, but we also need a sorter, because I don't want to start firing pollutant and nitrous ices into there. I don't really want even water ice going in there. I want water ice going somewhere else, and I'll melt that later. And the other two at the moment I'm just going to dump outside. Longer term I've got some potential uses, certainly for pollutant. Nitrous is a bit of a hazardous one. I might try and use it later, but for now we'll probably just dump it. So that is the plan. So first things first, if we're going to build more chutes, we're going to need a load more iron. So whilst it is still daytime, I'm going to get out there. Hunger is low, but it'll take a little while before that's a bigger problem than that. So let's go and see what we can mine in terms of some iron.
Hunger critical.
Oh, in fact, look, I've got some iron there. I didn't even realise I had. Let's see if I can do the trick where you drop it through the door. Yes, it's a bit of a cheat. Don't tell anyone. Right, let's go. So let's go get some iron. I think there was some over this way. Actually, I can also see some nitrice, which I'm going to take advantage of whilst I'm over this way, because we are going to need nitrogen. There's no getting away from the fact that we need more nitrogen in our lives. Otherwise we are going to be running such a fire risk, it's just not worth it. It's useful to have the oxygen atmosphere, but kind of with all the planets in Stationeers, there's pros and cons. So on Mars it's great to have the ability to pull basically endless carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, but nitrogen is often a problem there as well, because there's none naturally occurring. It's great to have the oxygen here. It's nice and easy to use, but it's also nice and easy to accidentally burn the whole place down. So that's why I'm being quite cautious. It's such a high oxygen content in the atmosphere here. It is very, very easy. I know it's very cold, but if we get it warm, it's very, very easy to accidentally start a fire, and that's not something I think is going to be survivable, at least not at this stage, maybe later, but you know, I'd really rather not find out either way. Some more iron, that's useful. I've got loads of nitrites here, but that's not really what I was here for. I was really here for the rest of the iron. Where is it? Maybe that was all of it. Okay, I feel like I'm just on a nitrogen hunt now. There's absolutely tons of the stuff and nothing else. I thought the other end of the iron vein, it must have been two separate veins that just happened to be near each other. Okay, well, whilst it's nice to have got something useful out of that, it's not the thing we most need. The sun is not exactly high in the sky, so I think I need to crack on with the search for some more iron. Get this side, it's easier to see it when the sun is behind you. There's some. I mean, that's one good thing here, is that there's a good colour contrast of iron to the terrain. Let's go. Oh, this looks like a decent sized vein. Maybe, maybe not. No, maybe I spoke too soon. I'll take some of that copper as well whilst I'm here, if the vein goes that far. Might as well. It's just really a question of get what I can whilst it's light out here. Okay, the fact that that's dropping rather than going on my belt is a good sign. Although most of what's on my belt is nitrogen, but you know, I'll stick it in the backpack. Okay. Whoops, pressed the wrong button. That was good. It's quite a deep vein here. That's good. So we do need to make sure that we sort the ices carefully before feeding them into the greenhouse. And obviously I haven't yet got to the stage that I can make IC chips, not least because I still haven't found any silver. So that is a bit of an issue. Those who watch my Mars series will know I do much prefer using the IC chips to using the hardware logic chips. I am a programmer by trade, so I just find it much easier to write some MIPS code to do what I want than try and string together a load of quite large logic chips. I'd love it if you could write them onto a circuit board. I know it's something that's been suggested many times, but I can imagine from a technical perspective it's probably incredibly difficult to implement, so I can see why they are how they are. I just wish they weren't quite so big, or that there was some sort of smaller grid size that we could use, because it seems a bit mad when you have to take up a whole wall just to add some fairly basic logic. But as I say, I can understand why it's like that. I just wish that there was an alternative. There we go. Right. I was going to say, I think that's the end of the iron, but then I found some more. I've actually got a decent amount of copper out of this as well. Whether I can find the base after I come out of this hole is a different matter though, because I feel quite disorientated and I forgot to check the bearings before I came in. So possibly that will turn out to be stupid. I'm not very far, but I'm far enough that with low power in the dark it could be a bit of a challenge. By which I mean I might die. No, hopefully it won't be as bad as that. Right, there we go. There's tons coming over here. Oh, they're flying. Low gravity combined with strange atmospheric effects in this hole. It's really quite strange. Right, I think that's enough. I don't know how much this is going to amount to, but it feels like that should be enough. Let's turn the jetpack off and drop down here. Okay. Could probably squeeze one more in, couldn't I? Let's have a look. Can I get more in the... Oh, I can get more in the backpack, then I'm definitely going for it. Right. In fact, look at that. I can get tons more in the backpack. What am I complaining about? No, that's all the space is available. Okay. I'm a bit hungry, but I'll worry about that when I get back in the morning. If I get back in the morning. At least as far as iron goes, this should keep us going for a little while, although I have no doubt I'll be back out mining coal again soon. Get all the glamorous jobs we come to space to be a coal miner. Oh, they're now flying uphill. Oh, that's not good. What's the state of my jetpack? Well, it is pretty low, isn't it? Luckily I've got a load of CO2 in there, so we'll just switch that out. I'd rather do that before it runs out at an inconvenient moment than after. Get rid of that annoying little bit there. Right. Okay, I don't know why that copper didn't stack. It's done something very strange. It seems to be a new thing. I noticed it yesterday as well. Right. Dig my way out this way if I can. Get whatever ore I can find on the way out of the hole. Now I might actually have to turn on the jetpack. I don't know why I didn't really. It's not like I haven't got tons of gas. Right, let's go. Whoa! Yeah, the air currents in here are actually quite strong. In fact, I can pull myself out by mining upwards. There we go. Right now, that looks like base lights over there. That's good news. I think this is enough, unless I see any coal, in which case obviously I need to get that. No, okay, I think we're good. I need to fix that poor sad solar panel at some point, or remove it, one or the other. Right, let's sort my eating and drinking out. Yeah, I know, I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry. Power critical. Okay, that's more urgent. Otherwise I'll be eating and drinking and unable to see what I'm actually doing. Right, how much is... Okay, there's only 7 coal left there. That is actually quite important as well. Okay, well, I guess I'm not quite done with the mining for this episode. Oh, yeah, okay. I unlocked it and forgot to actually open it. Right. No, that's the wrong button, wasn't it? That can go there. That can go there. There we go. Full water bottles. I think it's probably just prudent to keep them filled. Filled? Filled. Right, okay, so we've got a sorter there. That's going to need to be programmed. That's the only thing, which is a bit of a pain without IC chips. But we've got one sorter, so I can use that to extract the CO2 and send it around. I need to decide what I'm going to do about melting the water ice. Right, now I suspect that noise I just heard was, whoops, probably carbon dioxide freezing into one of these pipes out here. Oh no, it was not. So where is it freezing? Because I can hear it freezing somewhere. Oops, I forgot to turn that off. Okay, well, never mind. Right. Let's get some iron smelting. We know we're going to need it. Then I am going to pop outside and get some nitrite melting as well. Whoops, almost fell. Right, what's in there? That feels like it needs to have a bit more pollutant. It's not yet at freezing point, is it? I'm actually surprised that that's not at freezing point when it's out here, because that pipe is effectively what's inside the cooling tower. I'm very surprised. Oh well. For now, let's grind some nitrice. Hopefully. Oh, hello. That seemed to stop very suddenly. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, we've got some liquid water. It's at 14 degrees, so that's quite useful, and it's warmed it right up. Hopefully that'll start to... there we go, there's the first pollutant freezing out. Oh no, it was nitrous freezing out rather, not pollutant. It's been minus 98, doesn't it? And of course that's why it's so warm, because I've been feeding that ice in, and the ice crusher heats it up. Oh, something's unhappy. I heard a very unhappy pipe sound there, but I'm not sure which one. I think I'd better try and see if I can work out which one before we have explodey pipes. There's no stress on that one. Oh, it was that inner vent there. Right, okay. I thought it was a pipe. It was... I overpressured that. Right, okay, that needs a pressure reg on it to stop that from happening, because that's just wasted a whole lot of stuff. Very frustratingly. Right, okay. Yeah, that needs a pressure reg. In fact, look, it's blown the roof out as well. Again. Any other walls, or are we good other than that? No, just those two, but that's quite enough. Right, okay. Whoops. Yep, okay, that needs sorting out with some degree of urgency. So we'll use some of our... Right, that'll come rolling to me. Come on, come on, in you go. You go straight in there. Right, okay, well, I've actually got some iron in there. That can go straight in there. Right, okay, so we're going to build iron wall times 2. and 2 iron sheets. So what I'm going to need to do is to put a pressure regulator onto the input pipe to make sure that it can't overpressurize. Right, so can we do that? Have we got what we need here? Pressure regulator, yes, good. Probably going to need more valves on some of these pipes here as well at some point, but for now, oh, the other thing I haven't got enough of is cable, which I completely forgot, and I forgot to turn that off. That was very, very silly. Right, there's no copper, that's why I've got no cable. Right, okay, well, we've at least got copper. Let's get it going. May as well do that before I go out there. Yeah, no, there's nothing in there. Right, okay. Alright, well, while I'm waiting, I suppose I may as well start some chutes going, because I know I'm going to need a load of them. That'll be enough to make 20. Right, let's get started at least. Cable coil, there we go. Right, there's a 10 stack of chutes. I have no more space. I just did the old double tap the F key to stick it in an available slot, and nothing happened, so that tells me there were no available slots. Right, 16 cable is probably not enough, but it's probably better than what I've got at the moment. Right, there we are, that's 20 of those. Right, restart that, throw that in there. Let's get some more cable. I feel like I've been perpetually short of cable on this playthrough anyway, so we may as well get some use out of it. There's no point in rushing too much out there now because the side's blown already, so I guess the main thing is get it done before it gets dark, and also before the coal runs out. Right, okay, so that'll do. Yeah, okay, thank you. That will actually do. That's 36, that'll keep me going for a little while. Turn that off. Which is left? Okay, right, that'll do. One coal left, but we have still got the full charge on the battery, so it's not great. But I'm not going to get any more coal mined, I don't think, today. I'm not quite sure where the sun is, but it feels like it must be late in the day. Actually, it's not, is it? It's quite high. Anyway, right, let's fix this. So before I do anything further, I'm going to put a pressure reg in. I mean, there's still a slight risk because I'm not yet put a pressure reg onto the liquid pipe, but I'm going to put a pressure reg in there. Actually, let's get the put that on there. May as well go and do the whoops. Get these out of my inventory. But I'm leaving that one for a minute because I want to be able to see where I'm. Now the problem's going to be that this is then going to start building up pressure in here, so I'm probably going to have to put a tank on here as well. Where did I put the pressure reg? It's probably gone in my uniform. No. Where is it? I picked it up. Didn't I? Maybe I didn't pick it up. Maybe I've gone completely mad. No, I clearly didn't pick it up. Okay. Either way, that will need to remain a pipe, so I'm going to have to route this differently. It's actually annoying. Right, I think what I'll do is put the pressure egg there, and then I'll right, I need one more pipe, pressure egg, and I'm also going to build an inline tank there as well. Right, I keep pressing the wrong keys. I've knocked my my keyboard slightly out of place, I think. Right, there we go. Right. Maybe I didn't actually build the pressure egg. Maybe I'm... No, there it is. It's on the floor. I'm just... obviously thought I'd picked it up and hadn't. I'm an idiot. Now I have it. You cannot escape. Right, I do need some more pipe, and I need a tank utility, which means I'm going to need more iron. Pipe. And a utility gas. Actually, I probably should have made 2 pipes because I'm going to want to put T-junction in. And I did make a second one of these, so I can make a large inline tank. Okay, now what I'm not going to be able to do, unfortunately, is to get a pipe analyzer on there yet, because I need electrum. That would be nice. But it's not going to happen, so we'll have to manage with this. Right, now I've got some capacity, I may as well pick these up and get working on those while I'm out there as well. Okay, right. Right, so now that I know that I'm not interfering with the piece of pipe that's near there, I can put that on. Right. So let's put the pressure egg in there. And I know that that can't go above 200, so I'm going to set it to 150. And I want to put that piece of pipe on there, that's a simple connection, and then down here I'm going to put an inline tank to soak up the capacity. Just so that if that pressure egg can't allow any more through, it buys us a bit of time before stuff starts going explodey. Oh, there we go, right. So let's get that wired up. Oops. Ah, of course, that's where it hits the hopper. I was thinking, why won't it let me build there? Right, okay, I forgot about that little detail. Oh, actually, we've got to just run it around the edge here. Or can I? No, I can't. It's too close into there. Okay, well, it seemed like a great idea at the time. Up and over or round and under? I guess we'll go up and over. It's slightly easier to see what I'm doing.
Power critical.
Yeah, I know. It'll be alright. We can do this before it gets cold and dark and we die. Maybe. Oh, seriously? Of course, that's the vent. Okay, maybe we can't because I'm being an idiot. Right, okay, there we go. Great, and now I can't get to that. Oh well, we'll just have it looking a little bit odd. Right, at least that should be connected now. Turn on, there we go. Right, okay, let's get some nitrice going through there again. Let's start repressurizing the system. And I guess I'd better go and sort my 3%. I think I'm probably cutting it a little bit fine to do much else, aren't I now? Let's get inside. Change the battery. And then back outside. 1%, yeah, I think that's probably fair. Right. And I'm definitely going to have to go and get some more coal next. Right. So hopefully that system will be working again. Condensation is happening in the pipe. Let's just... Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's turn that back on now. Try and blow that out. I need a valve actually somewhere. Hopefully that will. I can see it starting to fill up in there with some downward air. So hopefully that will do the job. There goes some nitrous ice. A little bit concerned that we've got quite so much nitrous in there still freezing. The problem with the pressure reg is it slows down the rate at which the gas flows through quite a bit. But there's not much that can be done really unless I want to keep blowing that cooling tower up, which is going to happen, let's face it. This percentage is coming down. I mean, I have just crushed some nitrice, so that's fine, but look at that nice 40% nitrogen though, that's good. I mean, it's not a lot, it's only 15 moles, but it's a start. And actually, I'm just thinking, are we starting to see any benefit here yet? 5.5, 1%. Well, it's not great, but it's better than it was. Right. So I think it's time to go out and get on with some of these. I wonder if I can set the sorter up. I won't be able to program it. I'm going to need more frames as well to do that. Might as well smelt some ore while I'm in here. I might as well smelt some ore out of my inventory and make some space. I'll do that small stack. exactly 0 iron anyway, so right, I'll get some sheets so that I can walk on it. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, good, and that's finished as well. Right, let's save the power because I don't know how long that's going to need to last, but at least get out here and do something useful. In a minute I might even risk smelting that 5 stack of volatiles ice, or crushing it, but yeah, I'm not feeling quite that brave quite yet. Seems like a reasonable place to start building these. Put one in there, and maybe one in here. Okay, let's get this welded. Right, I welded those in that order because what I was hoping is that that would blow the ice out of the way. But I am actually just going to have to do this now. Quite a lot of it's effectively trapped under there, which is kind of annoying, but I think I just put that away without turning it off, didn't I? That was very dangerous. Right. Okay. So, the sorter we will put... I can't see which way round the... It's that way around, right, okay. The sorter we will put over here. Yeah, that'll do. Give me a little bit of space. Now I always forget which way round these sort to. I think they sort out. So if I can set it to pull out the CO2 and then everything else passes straight through, I think that's the right way round. If it's not, you'll be screaming at me on the video as you watch it, going, "You've done it wrong again." Never mind. I can always fix it later. Right. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that bit of hill because it's kind of annoying. Or am I? Has my battery died in there? I've got too many things open, haven't I? Yes, it has. Brilliant. Right, we'll swap them over. I want that out of the way so I can see where I'm going, because I need to join this up, and I already know it's in the wrong place. I figured that out the last time, so let's try and do that. Right. Okay, there we go. Right. Give me the rest of the chutes. Yeah, that's definitely in the wrong place. Never mind, it's fixably in the wrong place. Right, there we go. I've gone one too far. On the other hand, I did have exactly the right number of chutes, so, you know, credit where it's due. Probably going to need the jetpack really, but right, so obviously at the moment this is just going to alternate, so half of it's just going to come straight through and half of it's going to go through there. I don't know which one that did. I think it went through here. I guess we'll never know because it will have melted by now at that end, because I didn't really watch it, but I don't see it over here, so it must have gone through that side, which is good. Okay, now While I'm out here, let's just check that the cooling tower is under control. Yeah, could actually do with something to make that cool faster, because that's really still quite warm at minus 68. I mean, you know you're on Europa when you think minus 68 is warm, but that's not the point. What's the pressure in that tank? Okay, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a valve somewhere along here just to isolate this piece of network, probably there, or possibly even much further along over here, but we'll do that later. In the meantime, let's get some more stuff crushing, I guess. Don't think we've got any volatiles yet, have we? No. So that's definitely the next thing to try, but I don't want to do that whilst there's oxygen in the lines that could ignite. I know that's below freezing at the moment, but this thing tends to dump it out reasonably warm, 14 degrees. That said, I'm going to have to come up with a solution soon, because actually it stands at the moment I can't feed anything else into the furnace. What is groaning and creaking now? Something is groaning and creaking. I don't like it when I can't work it. Oh, and the tablets run out of power. Not now! Oh my god, I only got 3% charge in there. This is not going well, is it? I've got too many things open as well. Right, well, at least there's the answer. Right, okay, I need to charge some batteries, and then I need to fix that. Let's do the soup battery while I'm here. I'm going to have to go and get some more coal, because that's really getting kind of frighteningly low now as well. Come on, charge faster. Something else is unhappy. There's a bit of stress on that pipe, but not a huge amount. It may well be the same pipe as blew the last time. Right, well, whatever it was, I've just heard it blow, so I better get out there and fix it. Yes, it was. Right, so the issue here is probably the CO2. What I'm not sure about is why that wasn't transferring into there. Yeah, we're going to have loads of problems now, aren't I? Because that end's not connected. So I need to urgently get some more liquid pipe. No, get off. That's the problem. Once you get one bit that's gone, it's a bit of a chain reaction as other bits blow out as a result. So I quite quickly got to try to get some liquid pipe. Actually, to be honest, I'm going to make another one, because I suspect by the time I get out there at least one more will have gone. Yeah, there goes one. Go on, depressurise faster. I could just dump the air, but dump the last little bit.
Jetpack on.
Whoa! Right, okay. Okay, so what I need to understand is now that that's reconnected, why the vapour pressure in there is not being released away. Which is what I was expecting to have happen. It should be turning into gas in here. Unless I've just got too much liquid in the pipe. No, I shouldn't have. There's hardly any in there really. There is a fair bit of gas building up, you can see, but I guess the partial pressure at this temperature is maybe not enough to expand it through here. But again, I've got liquids in here, which I'm expecting to go that way. Oh, my jetpack's low as well. Ideal. I guess just see if something else blows up. Crunch up slightly less ice each time. I think this just needs to cool down, which without a radiator is going to take a while, but I think I need to let this cool down so that it condenses, sprays out, freezes, and we dump all the stuff we don't want. I think that's part of the problem. It's just too warm at the moment, and I think it's evaporating in here, and well, you can see that's nearly all gas. Well, not nearly all, but it's got a lot of gas in there. Actually, it is nearly all gas. Yeah, okay, so I think that's probably the issue. Right, well, let's go and have some water. That's almost out of power. Yes, okay, thank you for reminding me. Let's close some of these windows. I've got too much open. I know I tend to usually have a lot of things open here, but there's a limit even for me. Right, let's dump that. Let's dump that, and that, and that, and that. Obviously not the ice because it's just going to melt.
Toxin critical. Oxygen low. Oxygen critical. Shallow.
Right. That can be refilled later. I'm surprised that we're bad enough for that to have been critically low though. Oops, wrong one. What's the atmosphere in here? Oh, it's 12% pollutant, but still 63% oxygen. At roughly the right pressure, so I don't know why it said oxygen low. I guess it's just too much toxin. I do need to get that out of the atmosphere in here. But to be honest, that just means this thing needs to run for a bit, I think, and suck it out. How are we doing building up pressure in here? Yeah, reasonable amount of oxygen and some CO2, but not really what I need. Yeah, that really should be turning that atmosphere around a bit quicker, I would have thought. Right. The next urgent job I've got to do as soon as the sun comes up is to go and get some more coal. I can't really do much more usefully until I've done that, because that is so low. I mean, that's going to have about 60 seconds before that runs out completely, honestly. I guess I'll just go and do it. How's my suit battery? 63%. Let's change that. My suit oxygen's not great either. Let's get everything sorted so I can just go out and deal with it.
Air tank critical.
Right, okay. I've got everything I need. It's up to 9 degrees in here now though, so that's good. So I should be able to actually start using it to grow food at some point. Right, let's go. Oh, I forgot to recharge that battery. I'll just pinch one out of somewhere else. 64, it's not great, but it's better. Right, okay, let's go find some coal. So I'm going at 180 degrees. Whoops. Smacked into a mountain face first. Always good. I'm just flying a straight line. I'm slightly off my 180 now, aren't I? But I figure as long as I know that I've gone in a straight line, I can get back by dead reckoning. That's a long way down. Problem is there could be some coal just over there out of my line of sight and I'd never know. I thought that was some there, but that was just the way the shadow was. Oh dear, come on. I don't want to go too much further, but I don't really want to start changing directions at night time. Come on, seriously, there's got to be some down there. This is getting annoying now. I know, when I turn around to go back the other way, I'm just going to see fields and fields of coal that I couldn't quite see because they were outside the range of the torch. It's bound to happen. We've gone really quite a long way, so I don't want to start going off sideways. I'll never find my way back if I do that. In a minute I am going to turn around and go back the other way, just because there's only so far I want to go in a straight line before I conclude that there's none in a dead straight line, and this is getting a bit frustrating. Is that some down there? No, that's just more iron. Oh, there's some. Ray, finally. That was a bit of a mission. I thought it was only going to be one piece there. I was going to be annoyed. Hopefully by the time I've mined some from here, I'll be heading back and it'll be light and I'll be able to see what I missed. be any more than that though, which is not, I mean that's 19, it's a start, but I was really hoping for quite a lot. But clearly not in this hole. Okay, well, that's a little bit. I think that's all of it. And it's still not light. Okay, so base is back at 0 degrees. Oh, mind you, there's some right there as well. Okay, well, this looks a half decent amount. Quite early on I need to see if I can get a gas fuel generator running. They're a bit finicky to say the least, but at least cooling shouldn't be a problem here. Actually I suspect warming it might be, but we'll have to see. Okay, this is better. This has given a little bit of a supply. And it looks like it's getting light up there as well, which is good news. Right, is that all of it? No. I thought it was, because there didn't seem to be anything else, and then I found two bits close together. Right, okay. Not seeing any sign of any more in here though, so I think that might be all of it now. Okay, well it's light, so let's go up and set a course of 0 degrees and go see what we missed on the way. Could be a long journey. Actually wondering if it's going to be quicker to walk. Might be.
Jetpack on.
It's quicker to jump, that's for sure. Much quicker to jump when you time it right. Okay, this is the point where I always get that slight worry of I hope I didn't drift too far off course. It's the downside of night flying. That was a good jump. I'm not seeing any sign of the base yet. Hopefully it's just over the next hill. It's got to be, right? Right? The other thing I'm looking out for but not seeing at the moment is any silver, but less important than making sure that I can find the way home. I'm probably okay. I mean, I will have had a bit of drift, I'm sure, but working on the basis that... Is that silver? Yes! Amazing. Right, okay. That's actually a good result. Because that will allow me to make electrum. That's literally the first bit of silver I've seen on this playthrough. Starting to get concerned there wasn't any. I'd got one of those horrible seeds where nothing that you need, or something that you need doesn't spawn anywhere near you. But I think we're okay. I'm going to grab a bit of silicon while I'm here since it's attached, and I know I don't have any. I don't think there's any more. Silver tends to be in quite small veins, certainly at the surface. Oh no, there's a little bit more. It's just going to prove me wrong, isn't it? That's fine. I am happy to be proved wrong. Prove me wrong with some more. That's it. Keep proving me wrong with silver. Well, up to a point. I do need to get back at a sensible time. But, you know, right, I don't need that. That can just be binned.
Jetpack on.
No, okay, I think that's the end of that. Take that though, whilst I'm passing. Right. There's home, just there. Perfect, right. Okay, in that case. Let's see what else we can get. Whoops, sucked down there. Is there any more coal in this lot? No, I don't think so. That's a decent amount though, that's good. I need to make some more steel soon, so it's good to have enough to feel confident I can do that without needing every last little bit of it just to keep the lights on. Okay. In the interest of not pushing my luck. Oh, having said that, I'm going to push it just a little bit more because we don't have any gold. Oops. Not going to be making much electrum without half of the ingredients, and I know I could get some more, but I'm right here and it's right here, so let's just do it. Decent sized amount. Okay, probably time to go back in a second then, because although I'm near to home, I'm not quite as near as I probably want to be. But I got away with it. I got some coal without doing. Oh, that's the end of that. Right, okay, I think I'll take that as my cue to head for home.
Jetpack on.
Ah, right. Not ideal. Hopefully I've still got some charge in some things. No, I certainly have, haven't I? Because I pinched a battery. So that is now going to give me enough power to do that. And that's why we have an APC in every airlock. Yeah, I'm not worried about pressurising. I just want to get in. Right. First things first, switch suit batteries because that's very low. Right, whoops, pressing all the wrong buttons. Right, let's close that. Let's get over here and throw that in there. So we're at least getting a bit of charge coming through. Okay, recharge everything. That was good. Right, okay. Now, having dealt with the immediate crises, that pipe's still got too much CO2 in it, I suspect, for me to be able to Usefully, yes, usefully do any separation of anything, although to be honest, everything's still got too much of everything in. I just still need that to cool down. No, go away, I keep pressing the button wrong. Right, get rid of that, because it's just 3 copper. I'll just smelt that real quick.
Hunger caution.
Good, right. Okay, so whilst we've got some, let's get some of these going through. Okay, that's good, that's powerful, that. Okay, right, we're gradually getting sorted. Right, that's actually at 94%, the least useful tool to have at 94%, but nonetheless, one day I'll need it. Let's put that back in there. That frees up a slot. There we go. Is that run out or is that charged up? Oh, it's charged up. That's good. Oh, there's still quite a lot left as well. Okay, that's nice. So I'll put that in there as a backup stack. I'm going to just... whoops. I completely lost my bearings for a second. Get that smelting. Yeah, I've got a bit of gold up there, but... okay, good. Right, silver into there, other silver into there, gold into there. Right. And in fact, I'm going to put that in there as well. Okay. Well, I feel like I'm not in imminent danger of death again, so that's a good start. But I'm also feeling a little bit frustrated that I don't think I can do much more with that cooling tower until it gets a bit colder, for which I need steel. So I'm thinking if I put a chute up through the ceiling, I could use that to feed the volatiles ice in there, which would actually allow me to use that furnace. What I'm not sure about is whether that's going to make this hab extremely super overheated, but I have to make some steel, because if I don't make steel, I can't make large air tanks to hold the gas and all the rest of it, so I think I'm going to have to risk it. It's not really the ideal way to feed the thing, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Because it's certainly in here, it's certainly too warm to be... did I leave a device on it? It sounds like I did, but I don't think I did. I think it's just the background noise of pumps and things, yeah. Yeah, it's certainly too warm in there to use any ice, and I haven't yet got any fuel mix, so...
Jetpack on.
I think it's probably the only reasonable solution. I don't know why I did it that way round. I should have built the inside bit first, shouldn't I? That was really stupid. Never mind. Let's line that up there. Put 2 on there. That's carbon dioxide. I thought it was silicon from the direction I was looking at it. Right. So I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to put that onto there. Okay. That will just go in there for now. Right, so that's actually still got a bit of pressure in it, hasn't it? What's actually in that atmosphere? I'm guessing it's mostly... oh, it's actually... so I'm guessing it's mostly CO2, but it has got a bit of nitrogen in there as well. Okay. Right. So I have no idea how actually, let's see if I can empty it, how well this is going to work. we reduce the pressure out to 0, get rid of all that CO2. Whether it's going to overheat this room and blow it up, or overheat the cooling tower and blow that up, or whether it's going to work beautifully. So we're just going to have to kind of try it and find out, but I'm a bit concerned that with the oxygen content in this atmosphere, if it gets hot, it's gonna burn. Just kind of no getting away from that. But there we go. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Right, let's let that drain off a bit. I'm not sure if it's going down any further now. It's reached equilibrium with the other pipes, hasn't it? It must have done. Yeah, seems to have done. Yeah, because that's at 4 megapascals, so that's never going to flow across there. So it's reached equilibrium with this piece of pipe here. Interestingly, it was colder than the... no, it wasn't, it was warmer than that. Okay, so it's exchanging heat there. So it's actually warming up that mix of atmosphere that we're going to pump into the room, and cooling itself down in the process, I guess. Oh, it's actually warming up. Okay. I guess that's effectively, functionally, that's all connected up. I need to shut that valve anyway. Right, okay, look, that's now immediately dropped to minus 19.5, and that's okay, so those have now equalised. I guess the temperature in there is higher. It's at 3 degrees, yeah. Okay, I really would like to vacuum pump that out, wouldn't I, before I do anything else? That would be smart, rather than just rely on a passive valve. So I think I'm going to build a pump so that we can actively empty it. Slightly, oh no, I haven't got enough iron there. Slightly reduces the chance of blowing everything up, but it is slight. That said, the pump will be useful anyway later, so I'm going to put it in here and force the gas out of the... And the reason I'm putting it here rather than there is that you can't connect it directly, unfortunately. Whoops, that's the wrong way round, isn't it? That'll... I was going to say, on the other hand, it's perfect, except it's not, because it's facing in the wrong direction. Amazing. That's better, although I wish the wire was pointing downwards, but there we go. You can't have everything in life. Right, let's get that, let's do that. So I'm going to connect this up. Yeah, so this will allow me to actively empty the furnace of any residual gas, which will make it a bit easier to control the reaction. Let's figure out where the wire is. It's possibly not the right way round to have done that, but there we go. Okay, run that across the back here. It's going to go there. I'm going to run out the corner of the frame here. It's kind of slightly tidier. There we go. Lovely. Right, okay, the problem with pumps is they are a bit power hungry, but it is the best solution for getting that empty. There we go. We'll also have the effect of increasing the pressure in this piece of pipe here. Now obviously we've got a tank, so hopefully that will stop it from bursting. That would be very bad if that burst. Potentially have a lot of hot toxic gas. I mean, it's not that hot at the moment, but it could be bad. But yeah, that's fine, but that's up to 480 kPa, whereas this bit's at 95, so if I flick that, it should start to... There we go, it's equalised across there. and the furnace itself is nearly there, down to 43. So hopefully this will extract a whole load of CO2, which is obviously great for our greenhouse.
Hydration critical.
And should freeze out. I'm gonna probably need to sort out a number of things before I go back outside, aren't I? But there's still a lot of pollutant in the atmosphere in here, which is not so good. I would love it if the pipework out there would cool down a bit damn faster. Seems to be warming up actually as I dump this in. I do need to some extent just to leave it alone, but I need to be able to make some steel, so I've got steel I can put radiators on the pipes, that'll cool them way faster, and hopefully that will resolve some of the problems, although I have no doubt if it'll cool them so fast it will create a whole load of new problems that at the moment I don't know I've got, so you know, that will be fun. Come on, let's go ever so slowly now. Nothing's exploded, so that's always good. Minus 16.5, so this is strangely at minus 18.8. I thought it would have warmed it more than that. Oh, so many pipes behind here, it's complete spaghetti. Right, let's see, that quite quickly balances. No, it actually hasn't, has it? Not as quickly as I thought. 18.1, 18.9, that's reasonably quickly balanced, but the other pipe's still much warmer. So anyway, we'll get there, right, come on, empty faster furnace. I need to know that it's vaguely safe to throw some volatiles in there without them just exploding straight away. Although to be fair, it's at 9 degrees, so they shouldn't ignite, they should just melt. So I'm going to switch that there. I'm going to switch that for an extra safety margin. The biggest risk, frankly, is going to be the thing blowing out there. Have I got some food? Yes, and I've got some water. Right, okay, let's deal with that, and then I'm going out.
Toxin critical.
Right, okay, let's put that in there. Let's switch that for one of those. Change the battery. Oh, that's not good, is it? I've taken quite a lot of lung damage from that. That's a surprise. Hopefully I'm not, I think I might actually pass out again.
Cognition critical.
Oh dear. Well, we're back to this again then. I really need to deal with that toxin. I guess we'll see whether or not I continue to pass out more or whether I recover again. It's been a bit 50-50. The rate that was going up looked still quite fast though, so that's not great. I should probably just take the lung pill. I didn't really notice it was quite as bad as that time. In fact, what I really ought to do is go in the greenhouse, which is now warm and doesn't have a load of pollutant. Actually, that's the right answer. I'm still stuck in the habit of eating and drinking in the workshop, because when I started, the workshop was the only place warm enough and the greenhouse was still very, very cold. But the greenhouse is actually now quite pleasant temperature. Well, certainly the same as it is out here. So there we go. So, am I going to recover? Well, there's your answer. Health is now at 0%. So I guess he didn't recover from the lung damage. I bet you're pleased that I edited out the waiting for that to drop 1% at a time. I reckon that took nearly 10 minutes to die. But there we go, he never woke up, so clearly the lung damage was pretty serious. Next time round I must be a bit more careful to eat and drink in the greenhouse area. But that does look like you are dead. Well, respawn time then. So I think I'm going to respawn, and that's probably a good time to end the video. But let's respawn, get back inside if I can even work out where the hell I am. Okay. No jetpack. No, I'm going to jump right over. Oof, that was close. Oh, and I can hear things straining and buckling and all the rest of it as they do. That sounds terrible. But not that I can do much about it right now. So I'm going to get back inside. Whoops, I should have... never mind. I'm going to grab my body. I'm going to get my stuff and helmet and backpack, and I'm going to... Whoops, I was going to say throw him out of the airlock. I went absolutely flying then. Oh, hello. Unfortunate. Well, there we go. Right, so I'm going to call that a day for this episode, because that's quite a long episode already. I'm not sure I achieved any of the goals I set out for this one, but at least maybe next time some progress. I guess one thing I will say is that at least I completed the shoot network. Something's just popped, I just heard it, but I can't see where. Maybe not. I thought I heard it, but I can't see anything coming out of anywhere, so maybe it hasn't popped yet. That's probably going to be the thing to fix at the start of the next episode. Anyway, for now, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll try and be a bit more productive next time, but hopefully you at least found it entertaining, and I hope to see you on the next one. I hope you're enjoying these. As I always say, leave some feedback if you've got any, and if you're not subscribed, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel, and I'd love it even more if you would tell one of your friends to subscribe to the channel. Just one friend each, that's all it needs, and then well, eventually we'll have an infinite number of subscribers. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up for this time, and I'll see you on the next video.